welcome to episode 128 of Piv's NXT Point of View podcast. My name is Bill Pivots. So this week's episode of NXT was actually a really exciting episode. There was a lot going on, a lot building towards NXT TakeOver Houston, which I believe is in November with Survivor Series. The show was highlighted by a tag team match, Tyler Bate and Trent Seven versus Bobby Fish and Kyla O'Reilly. And we also got Aleister Black's first promo in NXT. But the show kicked off with Johnny Gargano versus Tino Sabbatelli. We saw Gargano face Riddick Moss last week. Now it's time to face the other member of this tag team. Tino was bullying Johnny early, pie-facing him, just overpowering him like Moss did last week. Gargano did a nice job selling, just playing the underneath, playing the underdog, fighting from behind. Gargano hit a couple forearms. Tino countered a slingshot into a power slam, which was a pretty cool move. Tino was toying with Gargano before Johnny won with a super kick and made Tino tap with the Gargano escape. Like I mentioned, it was a similar story to last week. Gargano was just overpowered, but he made his comeback, and Tino played his role pretty well. I like his character. I think he'll be better off in a singles role outside of this tag team. I think it's holding him back a little bit. Once he gets a little more confidence, better mic skills, but I think he has the skills to be a main player as a heel in NXT. We then cut to William Regal's office. Roderick Strong came in, asked for a match against McIntyre. Regal granted it, and that in 2 weeks, it will be for the NXT title, Drew McIntyre versus Roderick Strong. But Roderick Strong, he just sounds like he's just reading off a script. It comes off very unnatural, and he's just memorizing lines. I don't feel any emotion. It's kind of just blah when he cuts a promo, especially the backstage stuff. When he's in the ring, a little more off the cuff there, but his backstage stuff is just very bland. We then got a recap of Asuka's announcement from 2 weeks ago that she's moving up to the main roster, and then Sonya Deville cut a promo on Asuka saying she was afraid of facing her, and then she'll win the NXT Women's Championship. Fortunately, I don't think that'll be the case, considering some of the spoilers going out there now, but hey, worth a shot. Second match of the night, Lacey Evans versus Bianca Belair. These two women were in the Mae Young Classic, which I haven't seen a lick of, either just time or lack of interest, unfortunately. I've been overdone with WWE tournaments recently that if I can get around to it, I'll watch it. But from what I read, some of the matches were pretty bad. So I might just pick and choose on YouTube. I was interested in Bianca Belair, though, just because of what I've heard about her character and what she's done in the ring. We've seen Lacey Evans on NXT a couple times before. Belair had Evans in a double chicken wing and then slammed her down. Evans hit a slingshot elbow drop. And Bianca created some space, and then she used her hair to whip Evans and won with a reverse powerbomb. Good match. I do like Belair a lot after seeing her. I think she's got a pretty cool heel character in the works. Kind of coming off as innocent, like goody two-shoes, but then using her hair and just becoming vicious in the ring and doing whatever she can to get the job done. And I do like her using her hair as a weapon. It's part of her body, so it's not a foreign object. And she's just using it as heel heat, and I think it's a creative way to introduce a weapon into the match. Aleister Black then made his entrance in a nice three-piece suit, and he cut a promo saying that he started his journey to NXT 15 years ago, and he was talking about the meaning of his tattoos. As he was going on, the Velveteen Dream interrupted. I called it last week. I knew someone was going to interrupt, but I thought it would be sooner, as soon as Aleister Black began to talk. But he got a few words out. And just looking at these two, what a contrast in gimmicks. You have Aleister Black, this dark, deep character, and then Velveteen Dream, this eccentric, flamboyant character. Just completely different gimmicks in NXT. Dream said that Black is afraid of fear, and he's afraid to show emotion. Black then spin kicked Dream's hand, knocking the mic out, and then he sat down. Dream went along with it, kneeling down, leaning towards Aleister Black, and then crawled away. And for some godforsaken reason, the crowd popped huge for this segment. I don't know if it was because they thought Dream was going to kiss him and just those gay undertones or maybe overtones with his character, but the crowd was just reacting huge when Velveteen Dream kneeled down in front of Aleister Black. Holy crap. I don't know. It seems like a step down for Aleister Black considering he had the feud with Hideo Itami just a couple weeks ago. And Velveteen Dream obviously is getting elevated here by feuding with someone of the likes of Aleister Black, but just the contrast in styles and gimmicks, it's very poignant in this feud, and I don't know where they're going to go with it, but I am interested, I guess. We got a recap of the No Way Jose Lars Sullivan feud leading up to their match. Dakota Kai cut a promo on becoming the NXT Women's Champion as well. Jose was on the attack at the opening. Sullivan no-sold a crossbody, landed some knees to the side, and then drove Jose into the apron. Jose was showing some life, but Lars ran through a clothesline and took him down. He then hit a falling headbutt and then won with a one-arm slam. Fun fight. Didn't really go too long, which is good. You don't need every match to be 15-20 minutes. I didn't really have any hesitation thinking that Lars was going to win here, considering he's been on the rise, and no Jose likely on his way out to the main roster. Basic, nothing really to write home about, but pretty good. That was leading to the main event of Bate and Seven versus Fish and O'Reilly. After receiving a double team move, O'Reilly tagged in Fish, and then Seven immediately tossed him out of the ring as well. Kyle caused a distraction, and Bobby Fish took advantage. The heels worked over Trent Seven in their side of the ring for a while. Cole even got involved, distracting the ref. Tyler Bate got the hot tag. They hit O'Reilly with the back suplex powerbomb combination. O'Reilly countered the Tyler driver into a guillotine. Bate went to escape, but Fish kicked the leg out of Bate, and they hit a head kick suplex combination. But Tyler Bate got his foot on the rope. Great false finish there, thinking that the heels were going to win. Seven came in, slapped both of his opponents. Cole pulled Bate off the apron and then hit him with a super kick on the outside. Fish and O'Reilly then hit stereo roundhouse kicks and the total elimination to get the win. A lot of craziness in the second half of the match. It couldn't cover everything. Just a lot going on. Frequent tags, double team moves. The trio posed in the ring before Drew McIntyre came out. They felt confident, but as soon as he made his way to the ring, they kind of bailed. They left through the crowd. They were standing there, but Sanity came out from behind and then attacked them as well. They went all over the place, attacking Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. Cole was able to escape, and then they ran through by the announcers. I think you hear my dog barking in the background, as he usually does when I'm recording. But as for the match, really good match. I liked it a lot. The two teams, we didn't get a lot going on because it was a shorter match, but what they showed us was great. And it looks like Sanity are full-fledged baby faces, considering Authors of Pain are on their way out, and you have Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly taking their place as heels. And TM61 still out, so we needed another babyface tag team. And I guess the crowd likes Sanity. I don't know why. They really haven't done anything to turn full babyface, but hey, it's NXT, it's Full Sail. They kind of go along with the punches there. Solid episode of NXT overall, though. I like the story with Gargano building up. We saw pretty much two new women debut on the NXT women's roster. Like I said, we've seen Lacey Evans before, but this is kind of her reintroduction here. Lars Sullivan continues his rise, and we got a great main event. I don't remember anything teased on this show for next week. It was announced on Twitter that Eric Young will face Adam Cole in next week's episode, so we're going to have Adam Cole's debut next week to look forward to. All right, guys, thanks for checking out the show. Follow me on Twitter at bpiv_sports. Like, comment, subscribe to the show, and I'll be back sometime next week. Peace.